But first, guys, I think we're going to discuss something. Something happened today. Something happened in the world of Twitch. And every single time that something major happens in the world of Twitch, I do like to discuss it. So let's. Do you want to dive on into it? I think we're going to dive on into it, guys. I think we're going to dive on into it. So let's read it. Let's dive on in. Twitch has had an update to their sexual content and nudity policy. Now, as we know, we've discussed this on the YouTube many times before. So if you're from the YouTube, welcome to the stream. And if you're from the stream, welcome to the YouTube, because this will be going live on YouTube very soon. Twitch support. Our community guidelines are designed to help make Twitch a welcoming place. Content on Twitch is always evolving, and we want to make sure our rules work as intended and keep up with emerging behaviors. This is today's discussion, by the way. This is on Twitch support today, about 12 hours ago. When needed, we make updates to our rules to capture those shifts in behaviors. And we're going to talk about the shift, guys. We're going to talk about the shift. And so it's clear to the community what is allowed. Starting Friday, March 29th, the countdown is 1 day remaining for this content, by the way. Content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time will not be allowed. We've included additional details and definitions in our community guidelines linked below. So, let us see the change. Let us see the change. It was over here in the sexual content area. I just clicked the link and brought us here. The specific thing that I saw that was changed, we'll look into it a little bit more. But it's this right here. Content that focuses on clothed, intimate body parts, such as the buttocks, groin, or breasts for extended period of time, is no longer allowed. Why is this updated, guys? Why is this? Let me tell you. Because there's been a trend for the past 2 weeks on Twitch. I've not really discussed it because I don't really like to discuss these things unless, you know, it crops up and Twitch makes a change. Usually, I mean, like, sometimes it'll discuss it at the beginning, but yeah, this one I was just like, I looked at this and I was like, oh my god. Yeah. Man, I was hoping the announcement, Potato says, was them adding a schlongs and dongs category. Yeah. Yeah, if they did that, dude, Potato, let me tell you, I would be at the forefront. A true helldiver. No, I'm kidding. So here's what was going on. Yeah, exactly. Here's what was going on, guys. Here's what was going on. So, what they were doing, and by they, I mean every single time one person starts a trend on Twitch. This is a big problem with Twitch. I've talked about this before. They like to edge each other, and that terminology I'm using on purpose, by the way, and slowly push the envelope even more. So what was going on recently was this was not a paragraph in here before. Basically, it was saying that as long as you have clothing on your body parts, such as your buttocks and groin and everything like that, you're okay. That's what it was. That update was like several months ago. Now, several, I guess, let's just say, genre-pushing streamers on Twitch decided that they could use this to their advantage. So I don't think it was Amaranth this time. I think it was like, it was the same one that was doing the booty bounce thing. That was a big thing like 4 months ago. I forgot what her name is, but yeah, it's like the redheaded girl, not Amaranth, a different one. So each time they try to do something, you know, unique and genre pushing, because these people are just like desperate so much for like just pushing the content and trying to make all the viewers, all the coomers, let's just call them what they are, the fucking coomers, go to them. Now, I don't blame necessarily the girls that do this, okay? What I really do blame is Twitch for, like, you know, just not making their guidelines extremely clear. So there's like each time they'll slightly clarify their guidelines, and then these streamers will push the envelope more. and, you know, follow the letter of the law, so to speak. Like, dude, these girls should be lawyers, man. These girls should be lawyers, straight up, man, because, like, they will look at the letter of the law in terms of the TOS and just find the loophole, like the direct loophole. It's insane, man. Like, I've worked with law. Like, I work in business, man. Like, just as an aside. And I have to, like, look at, like, law and so on and so forth, like, direct laws written and stuff for my businesses and everything like that. Because I have to, you know, make sure we're in the guidelines and make sure we're not getting screwed by subcontractors, things like that. And it's like, dude, the amount of, like, literacy you have to figure out what buttons you can push and what things you can bend versus break and stuff. Like, this is what lawyers do for their job. And, like, what these girls are doing is the same thing. Like, they're just finding the things you can bend, and they're bending it. And, you know, they do it correctly every time, to the point that most of them don't get banned. Sometimes they'll be like a singular ban or whatever. And for a lot of times, they'll get away with the entire thing until Twitch is like, all right, guys. All right, I see what you're doing. Very clever, very funny, but here's an update. So anyways, that's an aside. But yeah, it's on one part of me is like, dude, I respect the hustle, but on the second part, it's like, you know what you're doing, and like, come on, guys, stop trying to push the boundaries, because every single time you do so, it just makes the rules a little bit more draconian, a little bit more tighter, and it's just like, why keep pushing shit? Like, I never understood why they keep pushing shit. Like, okay, I understand why, but it also, like, I understand it from a visceral level. Like, yes, they're doing this because they're trying to drive content to their OnlyFans, and this is, like, the best way to do it, because that directly translates to views. This is an absolute, like, huge, I guess, a demand area on Twitch, the Coomer area. And so, like, on that level, I understand it. But, like, the pushing of boundaries is like, guys, you really don't need to do this, you know, as well. Anyways, that's just me, like, you know, ranting about it. But getting back to what has been going on. So there's been a new trend, because before, this little paragraph here, was not there. And it was just like, as long as you had clothing on your buttocks, as long as you had clothing on your groin, your breasts of some kind, you were pretty much okay. So now, what does that mean? What were girls doing? Now, the content will be a little graphic, but we will look at some you know, visualizations here. So Zach Bussey, or Busey, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He covers a lot of content on Twitch, a lot of the TOS content. He's on Twitter, and I definitely follow him. So if you guys want the cutting edge of all the TOS stuff and all the trends and everything like that, he's really good for announcements. Yeah, exactly, Zach the Bussy. So yeah, this will show some nudity, but not, like, you know, there's girls, like, actually doing this. So yeah, we've had two types of content here. The first type of content is this, where it is like a clear chair. It's called the clear chair meta, where a girl will just have a clear chair and sit on the clear chair with a camera pointing straight up their ass. And, you know, they're technically wearing a thong. So it's technically allowed. And that's one thing they were getting away with. I call this the colonoscopy. This is what I call this. I call this the colonoscopy cam, personally. But that's like the thing that I've been, oh my god, coining it, because it's just very, yeah, the Holes movie, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's one example. The other example is oh yeah, this is the girl, by the way. I forgot what her name is, but this is the girl that started this entire trend, and she started the first trend with the artistic nudity as well. Remember when the artistic nudity happened, and she was like drawing on herself and everything, and she's like, yeah, this counts as artistic nudity, and it was basically straight up like she was fucking just bare tits and everything. That was this girl. This girl does this pushing the boundary shit all the time, and I feel like she'll find the next loophole, because she's found the past like 4. And this is not Amran. This is a different one. Yeah, this is the green screen. Yeah, this is the green screen. So basically what she did was she started a meta where she's wearing shorts. and her shorts become a green screen, and she's playing a game on the green screen, so she can technically, go into the Fortnite category with just her bare ass, just playing a video game on her bare ass. Asian Bunny is another one. Asian Bunny X, and she was like literally, I think she was watching like Asmongold. She was like doing react content to Asmongold, just making like ooh noises with like, but it was like the green screen was on her tits, and I was just like, oh my god, this is just so blatant. But yeah, this is what's been going on, guys. This is what's been going on. So now the content guidelines have been updated. So just straight up, even if you're technically clothed, this is no longer going to be allowed. Now, will they find another loophole? Probably. Not probably, definitely. And they will probably find it quite soon. But at least for now, this loophole has now been closed. So yeah, that's just some wacky news. Honestly, it's kind of like sad because you'll get comments like this, where like one of the biggest like comments here is by Inferno Omni on the Twitch support discussion thread, where these streamers are 2 steps ahead of you working on a new meta that will force you guys to move the goalposts yet again. These band-aid fixes won't do anything. See you in 3 months. And it creates this like sense of apathy. And I think this is like a real big problem. Like when people are angry about something, whether it's a game or a discussion or, a trend or whatever, that is not what kills a platform. That is not what kills a conversation about a certain subject. What really kills the joy in something is apathy. Apathy is the worst. And I really think that like Twitch needs to realize they've been trying to like do these band-aid fixes, and I understand this, but like they really need to do, I think, a direct overhaul and figure out what they want their platform to be. Do they want to create a NSFW section and make it an aside? That could be an idea, but the problem is a unified platform cannot really do that when it comes to having advertisers on the site. Now, or do they want, and also, do they want to like screw over their ad revenue by still allowing this content? Because do you know why CPMs are so low on Twitch? Ad CPMs, why our ad revenue is so low? It's because of this content. A lot of advertisers, when they see this content, they're like, yeah, we want to run less of our ads here. So you'll see less Amazon content. Amazon content. The one you'll see most of, because Twitch is owned by Amazon. You'll see less like movie content. You'll see less like Taco Bell. You see less this, less that, and so on and so forth, because advertisers don't want their content put with this, and it lowers the ad revenue for every single person. But yeah. They really need to decide what they want their platform to be and figure out. But yeah, but they did hit me, by the way, guys, because my next incentive on stream was to take my dick and put a green screen on my dick and play Dragon's Dogma 2 and call it Dragon's Dog Dick. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But God, that would have been funny. That would have been hilarious, man. Oh my God. Dude, that's a great pun, man. We could play Dragon's Dog Dick. Oh my God. Oh, Dragon's Dickma. Ooh. How about this? Call it just straight up Dragon's Ligma. Just Dragon's Ligma. Are we done with the images? Yeah, we're done with the images. Doc, yeah. But yeah, I just want to display, because like if I described it verbally, none of you guys who didn't know what it was would understand. And like, people like Doc are in the know, right? So they know what was going on. But like anyone who did not know what the content was that I'm talking about and why these changes have happened, everything like that. I mean, if I described like, yeah, this is the camera's pointing up and it's an invisible chair or like a clear chair, everything like that, it like none of you all would have believed me. So I wanted to have a visual thing. You consume too much shit. Hey, considering the image we just saw, I'm not going to say what we're all thinking. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about it, guys. Again, this is a band-aid fix. I hope this fixes some things. I'm glad that they're slightly clarifying things. Hopefully they do more. You know the other problem is, guys, the real other problem is that Twitch doesn't have like a real like discussion problem. They've been really discussing things like this more and more and more clearly over the past year than they ever have. And I appreciate that. That is a big W, and that is a big a W for the new CEO of Twitch. Oh God, what's his name? I like him a lot. What's the Twitch CEO name? Hold on. Not Emmett Shear, the new guy. Dan Clancy. Dan Clancy is like the best thing to happen to Twitch in like the last, like, seriously, the last fucking decade. So like the reason that we have, wait, did he work at NASA? Holy shit. Dude, no wonder he's a badass. He worked at NASA. Yeah, he's been doing a really good job. Anyway, I didn't know he worked at fucking NASA. But yeah, Dan Clancy is like the best thing to happen to Twitch in literally 10 years. The only reason that I have like full faith in Twitch going forward is because of Dan Clancy. So any of these like new upcoming things that we've seen previously and currently and upcoming, new hype trains coming up and all kinds of like wacky shit, good stuff all around generally. The major W's are because Dan Clancy. He believes thoroughly in discussing. He believes in open development. He believes in open forums of discussion. His stream is regularly just him fielding questions from the Twitch community. Dude, he even like fielded one of my questions. I went into his stream one day, and he streams on Twitch. He actually streams on Twitch. Emmett Shear in owning Twitch. He was a great engineer. But he was like CEO of Twitch right before Dan Clancy, and he never streamed on Twitch. The guy, I don't think even knew what Twitch was, really. Emmett Shear. But like Dan Clancy's actually on the platform. He plays video games on the platform. He does just chatting on the platform. He's actually a really good musician. He'll like pull out a guitar and just start jamming out and stuff. And like take song requests and shit. He's like a really chill dude. He's a really, really chill dude. But yeah. Oh, Doc, hold on. Close your eyes, because I gotta go back to the porn and hide it again. So I know you don't like to see it, Doc. Hold on. There we go. Okay, all right. There we go. You're ready to go. You're ready to go, Doc. But yeah. So yeah, avert thine eyes, Doc. Avert thine eyes. So so here's the second part. I forgot about it. Zach Bussey relates. This also comes at a time when CEO Dan Clancy has openly said he wants to bring back artistic nudity. So Doc, you were talking about artistic nudity. He knows, Dan Clancy knows that like this is just being abused in stupid ways by these same streamers, but he kind of wants to figure out a way to bring it back with filters and thumbnails, hopefully making advertisers okay and dealing with it in a respectful manner, while also allowing very large swaths of art back onto Twitch. So there is that also positive. Dan Clancy knows. That's a really cool thing. So yeah, it's on his radar. It's on his radar. Having any quote any blatantly deliberate attempts to find loopholes or push boundaries of the rules will result in the ban. Calls is underrated. Yeah, but the problem is, Potato, they don't have that on Twitch. There is no such thing on Twitch. I wish there was a thing where if you seek to push the boundary and you're a repeat offender, you will get permaban. That's the clause that is needed. So yeah, what I was trying to say earlier was what Twitch really has as an issue is an enforcement problem. It's not really a rules problem. It's an enforcement problem. So when you see someone like that one girl that I showed you, the redhead, who constantly pushes the boundaries over and over again and essentially creates these metas. She's created like the past 4, sexually pushing boundary metas. Straight up, like literally the past 4. You can look it up. This is a big issue. And if you don't have these, in my opinion, bad actors essentially ruining the platform. Like, I have no problem with what people call a titty streamer in a hot tub, and blah blah blah. They're doing whatever. They're just chilling in a pool. I mean, hey, there's a thing for that content, and it's not my content. It never will be. But and I know that makes everyone in here sad who wants to see me in a hot tub. But like, I have no problem with it being on the platform. However, the boundary pushing meta is a very, very, very toxic thing, because this is the same type of reason that games get broken all the time. Something that starts off as a, maybe this is an exploit, maybe this is not, and then it becomes into people just straight up exploiting and cheating in the game. It's a very similar phenomenon in there, by that token. But yeah, so I think that is inherently toxic to any platform. And anyone, I would say that if anyone is pushing a boundary of any kind, this is why, like, if someone is in here and someone is like slowly trying to push the boundaries of what they can and cannot say in chat, I hit them hard. And I'm like, dude, don't be a weirdo. If you say some weird shit, I will ban you. Chill it out and be normal, or you're out. I have a zero tolerance policy in chat for that reason. Because we play League, we play Tarkov, we play Valorant, we play these games with, people who like to push the boundaries of what they can and can't say on a stream. And that is another example of a boundary. And you have to hit it hard, or people will continue to push until at some point they say something reprehensible, and it's just bad. I gotta do then, Shawayne's. What did I do wrong? You know what you did? Stop doing it. Yeah, exactly, Potato. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, exactly why I have a zero tolerance policy, Potato. If someone is, like, remotely negative, and it's like, technically this is not allowed, they're not using a slur or whatever, but it's just really negative, and you don't know what they're going to say next, I'm just like, yeah, cut that shit out, time them out, delete their comment. If they fuck with it again, they're completely out. Zero tolerance. That's exactly why you have to have that kind of no-nonsense policy, Potato. And I think Twitch would do well to learn that as well. So while I agree with Twitch's general direction, I think this is one tweak that they could do that would really, really fix their upcoming problems as well. They need to be a little bit more foresighted, and have a bit more foresight with why these metas are always occurring, why they need to move their goalposts over and over and over again. But anyways, I hope you guys like that discussion. Want to start with that. It was the new news. And yes, I will be putting this up on YouTube probably tonight. So if you guys are joining us on YouTube, feel free to give it a like, give it a sub. I will appreciate that. Our YouTube is just crossed 100 videos. I'm very proud of that. We're on a road to monetization on YouTube. Which will be a huge. So if you're not following the YouTube, check it out, share it with your friends, and please know that my content is always free, and I always try to create good, interesting, and fun content for everyone, whether it's gameplay or discussions or trailers or whatever. We like to have fun in here. So welcome, guys.